Hi everybody, Scotty here with Huckfire Saws. Got a neat little story here today. This is a 366. It was the first one that I ever sold, and it's been out in the wild for almost a year and a half. Great guy, he's got it. He actually started out with a little 255 and decided he wanted something bigger, so a month and a half later he came back and traded for this. And the other day he came in with it saying the muffler was making a bit of noise. And yep, it sure is. The internal baffle broke loose, and one of the muffler bolts was completely gone. It's something I always say on these saws. You got to check those muffler bolts. Of course, I Loctite them in when I prep them for sale, but it's still something that needs to be checked on a somewhat regular basis. But this fella, fortunately, heeded the advice that I gave him when he first got the saw, and as soon as it started to make a weird noise, he brought it to me. And that's the cylinder. Absolutely no damage whatsoever. I don't know how long, it couldn't run very long without the bolt, but it doesn't take long to mess them up. But he brought it in time that cylinder is not hurt, piston, not one blemish. So I'm glad that he brought that in as quick as he did. But while he did have it here, he said, what can I do to get it a little more power? So, of course, I've had these P-Seek Pro Big Bore kits for a few weeks. So this will be the third one that I've put in. And so not only did we put the bigger cylinder with the Big Bore kit, I also, for my first time, took the 440 or 460 carburetor and modified it to work on the 366. And he doesn't know I did this. I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to let him try it and see what he thinks. So it's got a significantly bigger choke and venturi opening than what the stock 366 carburetor has. There's a few modifications you have to make. You have to modify that shaft in order to fit the wider choke blade. Of course, switch the top part out. And on the bottom piece, there's the pulse line is a little different on these. It actually comes into the carburetor housing as opposed to a separate tube. So you got to drill out a hole in that. Excuse me. But we got that put together for him. And of course, I had to get him a new muffler. Just got these in a few days ago. Put a West Coast Saw power port on the side of it for him. But this one came from Farmer Tech with a couple louvers there on the side that the original one does not have. The other difference I noticed, and I drilled that one out, but the baffle is a different shape. It's cylindrical as opposed to being coned. So I just opened up the rear end of it. I think that's going to be plenty given the rest of the big holes that are in there. But the conical baffle, I don't know if we can get in there to see that or not. Yep. But it's almost as long as the muffler is. Yeah, there's a little bit of view. You can see where it comes together, the two halves. So it goes almost the full length of the muffler, whereas this one stops just about halfway. So it's got quite a lot of space. You might even be able to see in a louver there. But anyway, it should breathe a whole lot better now. So this is a 3-port muffler. Got the original one here on the back corner, the 2 louvers that Farmer Tech added, and the West Coast Saw power port that I just finished adding. So I think this saw is going to rip pretty good. I'm going to finish putting it together and put the bar and chain back on and try it out and give him a call and see what he thinks. There are a few other things I did to this too that I didn't mention last time. Advanced the timing a little bit. I got a fleece air filter on it instead of the nylon screen that they come with. And of course you can't see it under the clutch, but modified the oil pump for a little bit more flow. So far so good. Wow. So yeah, that thing revs. That revs, wow, fast. I'll throw some oil in a tank and we'll take it outside and put it in some wood and see what it really does. There we go.